is working. Alright. Ghostbusters, Part 2. Let's not waste any time. Resume career, back where we were. See, when we last left off, we'd completed the museum. And we were back at the firehouse.
You're real heroes.
Kind of routine. As usual, I led the charge.
We're fired heroes. Peck's gonna pull our license.
Get real, Ray. It's the holidays. Nobody in this town's gonna be around to pull our license till Monday. We got the whole weekend to stop this calamity and probably half a dozen others, save the city. We got a 4-day weekend. We have time left for ourselves.
Dr. Vinkman, if they start evacuating Manhattan, I won't be coming in on Monday. Catastrophic exodus of the city does not count as a floating holiday. I know. I looked it up.
Where's Slimer? Shouldn't he be back in his cage?
What does this symbol mean?
Guys. Perfect fit.
Go,
It's
Winston.
not a constellation. It's a mandala.
I can't believe I never saw it before.
Okay, for 1 minute, pretend someone here doesn't know what a mandala is.
A mandala is like a spiritual labyrinth.
And this one looks like a spiraling system that feeds into each successive node along the line until it reaches a culmination point. Before he died, Shandor must have set some mechanism in place, similar to the antenna in Dana's building.
You know, I think you helped to make that clearer. So this was the gizmo that's supposed to feed energy to the destructor form?
That's right, Peter!
Well, Dr. Venkman.
Well, I had to get one right eventually, didn't I? I mean, just math.
All right, I'm just speculating, but it's possible that ghosts are trapped in the system, funneled from node to node, and they get stronger and stronger until they reach the end, and then they...
Look, the first portal, the library. The second, the museum. And the third, the Sedgwick.
And that means the fourth portal must be right here.
The middle of the Hudson River?
Well, according to the mandala, yes.
It may need a little tweaking.
I don't know. Plenty of bodies in that river. Could become ghosts.
But what does this have to do with me? What did I do?
You were at the museum and the Sedgwick.
Maybe you were some sort of catalyst, accidentally setting things in motion.
You're saying this is my fault?
You are blameless. What Egon meant to say was that you have some sort of connection to this thing, and we're going to go back to the Sedgwick and find out what. Isn't that right, Brainiac?
That's right, Peter.
Alyssa, do you remember where you were going when you were at the Sedgwick?
I was standing outside a room, 1221. Something was compelling me to go in, but I woke up just before the door opened. I ran out of there as fast as I could. And then some jerk tried to pick me up on the elevator.
Okay, you need to stay here where it's safe and where you can't set off any more cross-dimensional shockwaves, hot stuff. Here, read up on the Mandela, and the boys will check out the Sedgwick.
The boys. And what about you, superstar?
I'm going to have you drop me off near Peck's office. Something tells me he's not quite what he seems.
Good idea. Meet us at the hotel when you're done.
Okay, so everybody gets to do something. In that case, Egon, Ray, ready?
Hello, Ghostbusters.
Back to the Sedgwick.
Whoa. If this place were any more dead, we need a coroner.
Egon used to be a licensed coroner.
No kidding.
It's just a hobby now.
I don't think you can have that as a hobby.
Closed until further notice by the Paranormal Contracts Oversight Commission. Peacock. Entrance into this establishment is strictly forbidden and is punishable by fine and imprisonment.
What now?
This notice is for the general public. It doesn't apply to us. We're bonded contractors for the city.
Especially the Ghostbusters.
Wow, he actually made Egon angry.
All right, heat him up. We'll melt our way in.
Wait, I have a better idea.
Good thinking.
Well, anything that goes against what Walter Peck wants is fine by me.
No. Disappointing is the Jets losing in the last 2 minutes. Not being covered in slime by phantom ghouls out to kill us doesn't exactly make me reach for a hanky. Why they shut down? You guys didn't bang the place up that bad last time you were here.
If this place is a Mandala node, a few burnt walls and broken ceilings are the last thing that anybody's...
And smashed furniture, broken chandeliers, destroyed paintings, shattered vases, probably some minor structural damage.
Thanks, Egon. My point being that there's more to worry about here than some minor cosmetic issues.
Definitely a mandala node.
If we don't shut down Shandor's Mandala soon, most of Manhattan will become as vacant as this. Not to mention also becoming a bastion of absolute mind-numbing horror for centuries to come.
Hey, I definitely don't lay out $2 grand a month for a 600 square foot walk-up to live in a bastion. Let's get to work.
$2 grand a month. You're bleeding you dry. Alright, the Return to the Sedgwick level. In my opinion, this is the scariest level in the game. So that might have something to do with its main
It's
ghost.
an ambush! Get 'em hot!
Wait a minute, wait. I don't think they're a threat. They may only be residual hauntings.
I think Ray's right. They haven't crossed entirely into this dimension. They're just psychokinetic echoes. Ghosts of ghosts. Completely harmless.
Great.
Very
I was hoping to meet a
Tower
friendly
of
ghost
Terror-ish.
someday, but I'll settle for harmless right now.
I'm getting a strong valence spike higher up in the building.
Alyssa said she was called to the 12th floor. Let's start there.
Sorry guys, 1 second. There's a cursed artifact here. Pants with no one inside them.
Come on, let's go!
Circa 1970, rumored to have been haunted during a seance on the Merry Pranksters tour bus, these genes have long been a staple of the psychedelic supernatural underground. That's a thing? Spotted backstage at Woodstock, caught on grainy 16mm film in the candlelit background of a Haight-Ashbury love-in. Photographed riding behind a member of a notorious biker gang fleeing Altamont, the Walking Pants have been around whenever weirdness and tragedy strikes the hipster scene. The Walking Pants are the hippie equivalent to the Girl on the Road ghost story. Prior to their resurfacing this year, they haven't been seen since 1981. Also, just the idea of jeans of pants walking around by themselves reminds me of one scene in The Invisible Man. But anyway, let's get back to the others. This way.
Nothing.
They'd have shut down the power when they closed.
Can we take the stairs?
Well, we can try climbing, but the last time we were here, a level 3 animator took out the bottom of the staircase.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you weren't here last time, Winston. So no stairs, no elevators. Did you hear something?
Over there! Come on!
That didn't sound good.
I think we're dealing with a level 5 anchored ambusher. Be careful.
It went into the stairwell. We've got it cornered.
This is just how a level 5 anchored ambusher lures you in.
Yeah, but we gotta take its trap anyway.
The manager? What are you doing here?
Ghosts, monsters, everywhere.
There was another voice. A woman screamed. Are you alone in here?
Look, I just said ghosts and monsters everywhere. Does that sound like I'm alone?
You meant people.
Then yes, I think so.
Well, I guess that explains it.
Sir, there's no need to fear. These are just shadows, echoes of actual ghosts. They can't hurt you.
Come with us, sir. We can lead you to safety.
So the manager screams like a... Well, he screams very high-pitched. And... Okay. You'd think that knife would be easy to spot.
My God.
Someone you know?
I don't know. Most of the old staff knows the story of the Spider Witch. A professional widow who did unimaginable things in a room on the 12th floor back in the 1920s.
Spider Witch?
What are you still doing here? Why didn't you evacuate with everyone else?
I came back last night to retrieve some payroll records, but the hotel won't let me out. The door's shut on me, and the phones are down too.
That means we're trapped now too. And we have to hope that Peter figures out we're missing. There goes a weekend.
Not necessarily. The 12th floor is apparently the core of this node. If we can get the power back on, we can take the elevators.
If the elevators don't eat us.
Yes, if the elevators don't eat us.
Where are the circuit breakers for this place? We don't have a lot of time.
Breakers. In my office. But the city came and turned off most of our power after the electrical fire on the 3rd floor. There's no way to turn it back on from here.
That's inconvenient.
We've got to find some way to get the elevators moving.
There's a backup generator in the utility room, off the kitchen. It's for emergency blackouts.
Perfect. Let's give it a try. To the kitchen.
So, fun fact about me. You say the word spider and I'm usually... well, my usual reaction is nope. So, yeah, there's a reason I consider this level to be the scariest in the game. Anyway, these, okay, that's a good scan. And now that I think about it, they're weak to the shock blast. Webbed fiends. Sorry, Winston.
Got him! It's on your left! On the right!
I guess some of them apparently fulminate to this plane, but it doesn't seem like they're happy about it.
Right. Now, let's find that backup generator.
The kitchen. Is it through here?
Yes, just down the hall.
Someone probably better stay with him to make sure that he stays safe. But anyway, moving on through here.
Hello? Anyone there?
In some dark, scary corner.
I know I've said this before, but be careful. Don't think we're alone.
Aha, there we are. The Cruel Oven. The origins of this evil cooking device are unclear. What is known, however, is that demons and devils apparently love a home-cooked meal. Oop. I keep pressing the middle button to bring up the, quit out of the PKE meter. Let's see. Well, a lot of floaty stuff. Might as well get rid of the black slime ahead of time.
This place is wrecked. Did you and Beekman do all this when you were chasing Slimer?
No,
No.
this is a lot worse than they left it. This is the work of something big.
When you say big, do you mean big, big?
At the very least. Maybe even bigger.
That sounds big. The manager said there was a generator room around here somewhere. Look for a door.
All I know is this place looks like it's about to have a blood moon from Breath of the Wild take place.
It has to be around
With all
here
the little red wispy things floating around. Okay. It's always good to hose down black slime whenever you spot it. So having the slime blower equipped during moments of downtime is usually a good idea. Here's the generator room.
Look! Cadet found the emergency generator.
Look around for a switch or something to start it up.
What's it look like?
Probably like a switch, or something that would start up a generator.
All right, Egon, but you should know I'm keeping score.
What did I say?
There's a lot of water on the floor. Watch out for static discharge when you activate the generator.
You mean to say he could be electrocuted after the power's back on?
Could happen. Outside chance.
Well, let's hope it doesn't.
Sweet music.
I
Uh-oh.
recommend not stepping in that water.
That sounds like an excellent recommendation.
Looks like that power cable is causing.
Get it out of the water then.
I know this much. We're trapped down here like rats until that cable's out of the water.
How about some slime tethering?
No need for slime tether. I
Come on, kid.
use the capture
Elevator
stream.
should be working, unless something... Never mind. Let's get back to the lobby.
As long as the bulb part is out, it doesn't matter. Huh. Weren't the lights off?
What's that smell?
Over there. Come on. Yeah, but this is just a help. Where's the boss? I can't believe I just said that out loud.
I know that guy. It's the masked poisoner. Chef de Forest. So nobody eat anything in here, even if you're really hungry.
I'm about to swallow my own tongue, Ray. Would that be okay?
He's Egon and Ray. Okay, there's Ray, but where's Egon? Oh, there he is. Ow.
Behind you.
These jackasses.
Look out! Above you!
I understand the urge to experiment, but crossing the streams is a terrible idea.
I'm hit!
Coming,
Need
Winston.
some help!
Now, get behind something. Man down, man down.
Hey, I'm on your side.
Sorry, Ray. Just gotta... Alright, I'll come get... Gotta pick up Ray.
Cover!
You keep doing that, Winston. I'm gonna close this portal. And this one, too, while I'm at it. Where is Winston? There he is. Now, where'd that chef go? There he is.
Find some cover.
This guy is actually the replacement for the Fisherman Ghost in the stylized version of the game.
Ooh, that's smart.
Look behind you.
Uh-oh. Here they come.
Warped streams are crossing.
That's some serious bad news you did.
On the right!
Let's reduce that portal down to nothing.
Come on, I see ya! That's it! Incoming! Hang on.
Hose down. Where did Winston and... Okay, Winston.
Hold tight!
Ray. Where did Egon go?
I hear you making my way over.
Oh, did one of them get Egon? Okay.
Hey, man, take it easy!
Ray. Where's Ray?
Found it! Gotta move! Ow! Look out! Above you!
Ray.
Pour it out!
Wait, here he is.
It's a whole bunch of them. Check your aim.
I'm on your side.
Sorry, Egon. Where did Winston? Who's that guy tired?
I'm down.
Run for it. Hang on. Make a hole. I got you.
Pain. Okay.
Whole swarm.
Look out! Above you! You hit me! Give it to him! Need a trap here! Need a trap! Somebody get a trap down!
Trap, please.
Over here, Ghosty.
Gotta move!
Come on, get in the trap.
That ghost is going down! Hey, watch!
Got him.
They're bringing some thunder! Behind you!
Where did Egon go?
Run a full scan.
Need some help here.
Egon. There he is.
Some cover!
Now
get back to the elevator.
Alright, that could have gone smoother, but not too shabby. Open sesame.
Okay, it looks like the psychomass has come to rest about 190 feet above our heads.
The 13th floor.
This hotel has no 13th floor. None of the grand old hotels do.
Man's got a strong argument.
We'll split the difference. Egon, you and the Tenderfoot go to the 12th floor. Winston and I will check out the 14th. Sir, if you'll please come with us.
Fine, but stay in contact. This place is extraordinarily dangerous.
Hold on a second, Egon. Open up. A clock.
Take a scan, would you?
Circa 1821, the infamous Swiss death clock was constructed by Herschel Gluck, genius but demented watchmaker. It is intended to show the exact time of death of anyone that comes near it. When placed in the firehouse in close proximity to so many past life entities, the clock's hands spin out of control. Peter uses it as a desk fan. Alright, where'd Egon go? Over here. Alright, let's do this.
Well, let's see what's on the 12th floor.
Yeah, didn't Alyssa say that she was called to something on the 12th floor? 1221, I believe. Something to think about.
What were you saying earlier about the mandala note?
You mean, why do we keep seeing new ghosts?
Yeah.
Okay. Think of the mandala as a city bus line. At the bus station, ghosts or waiting passengers are drawn into the system here and trapped. This concentrates their PK energy, which is then eventually forced through to the next node, or station, and so on until it all ends at a final terminus. At each successive bus station, the station manager absorbs some of the energy. This makes the station manager, or node guardian, stronger, so that it can keep the ghosts in line and destroy anyone who comes to the station to interfere with the flow. These nodes, or bus stations, gather the power used to feed a central point, thus creating a much bigger threat to our world. Does that make more sense now?
TTTC, Totally Trapped Transit Company.
Yeah, you were going strong right up until the passengers got trapped inside the bus station.
When is my performance review again? I deserve more stock options.
I say, young lady, you are full of surprises. After you, my dear.
You know, I don't think a lady would be
terrifying.
wearing that in the
Extremely careful.
1920s.
This is likely to be a point of dangerous concentration.
And if that scared Egon...
Odd. It's coming from everywhere and nowhere. Impossible to get a significant fix. Ray, come in. Are you there?
Egon, what happened? We lost you for a minute there.
We had a close contact.
I've got some more information on the Spider Witch ghost. The manager says authorities never found her, but
The bodies were hung from the ceiling. They were drained of blood and dragged around.
he says the victims were found in a pretty bad state.
The walls were painted in blood. Furniture was half chewed and crushed and piled in a corner like a giant nest.
She seems to have vandalized the room badly, too.
I don't want to be hung from a ceiling and drained of blood.
I tell you this much, I do not want to be found in a bad state or vandalized.
I think that sentiment is unanimous.
Your PKE meter is normally supposed to stay
Let's keep moving.
centered.
Ray, come in.
Yeah, what's up?
What was the Spider Witch's room number?
1221. After her spree, it was locked up. Until about 5 years ago when we remodeled.
Hear that? Room 1221. I think that... Hey!
Ray?
We need to go through here.
Also, I'm pretty sure I saw spider legs. But before we go through there, because I'd like to stay as far away from things of the arachnid variety as possible.
Come on.
Strange.
Oh, greet our visitors.
We're not alone in here.
Yeah, I can tell. Spider crawlers. Haha. These are not fun. Thankfully, they only appear in this level.
Spirits to me. They love me. They make me strong.
This floor is undergoing significant metamorphosis. This world is rapidly encroaching on ours. It's not even utilizing a portal. This is very bad.
Egon, how bad is very bad? Because very bad means the whole world becomes covered in spider web.
My ankles. Goodness, we hardly know each other. What? Who? What are you? No! Help! No. Please. No!
I think I know what happened to her John in those visions we saw.
It's the ghost world crossing through, happening sooner than we expected. It looks like this is where the node is focused. We could use some help. Ray, are you there? Come in, Ray. Looks like it's up to us. Let's find 1221 and finish this.
Please. Cursed artifact first. The Unruly Beard of V. Belascu. Circa 1933, Russian demonologist Vladimir Belascu performed exorcisms throughout central Russia in the 20s and early 30s. He never noticed that one of the very minor subdemons he cast out had escaped into his beard, a massive and wild nest that stirred envy in most men. Upon his death, the possessed beard left Belascu's face and stowed aboard a freighter to the Americas. The beard has a tendency to affix itself to the chins of unknowing victims while they speak, to mock them, but rarely does any real harm. Well, it's just a bunch of hair, so most it could do is, like, tangle someone's legs together.
You hit me!
Sorry, Egon, I was aiming at the eggs.
Come on.
Despite this being full of swarmers, you actually want to keep the capture stream on here. Okay, can't go in there, and to be honest, I don't want to.
Hey, I'm on your side.
And you're walking right into a spider crawler.
$12.20, $12.22. No $12.21. Where is it? $12.21 has to be here.
Over here.
Slam it! Good thinking. It was here all along.
Why won't it catch on fire? Isn't spiderweb combustible?
I don't like the look of this, but we've run out of options.
You think you don't like it, Egon? The webs are half the reason I'm arachnophobic. Mildly so. But still arachnophobic. We are in the level with the... We are returning to the Sedgwick Hotel to take on the Spider Witch. A Black Widow who killed a lot of people in the 1920s. And I think we're in her inner sanctum ready for the boss fight, if I'm not mistaken. So at least this level is short.
We aren't alone.
Yep, boss area. Now where, oh where? Where'd she go? Those spider crawlers all over the place.
Everyone here is mine.
Missed. No, I'm not going first person. And with this. Okay, this way. Yeah, this way. Definitely ticked her off. I think she's over here. Where'd you go? Quit laughing and come out here so I can squish ya.
Heads up!
That made me jump. Alright, here she is. Hey. Okay, the Spider Witch. This anonymous woman spent several years in the 20s living in the Sedgwick. There, for purposes only known to herself and Ivo Shandor, she lured men to her rooms and murdered them, though it's uncertain if they were killed before or after they were hung from the ceiling and drained of their blood. As a reward for her efforts, Shandor used his powers to elevate her after her death, creating the Spider Witch. Let's take her out. She's not too tough in a direct confrontation. Just keep your stream on her. And remember to keep back. She doesn't have much in the way of ranged attacks. And thankfully she never tries to tie you up. Sorry, miss, but this ain't the world of Monster Musume, so no, I am not. And there she goes. Yeah, she'll teleport around like that every now and then. Come on, die. Okay.
Growing stronger. Don't let it power up.
There she is. Occasionally she'll retreat and try to heal herself. You need to use your PKE meter to find her and then blast her. Where'd she go? Yeah, she'll teleport around her lair and occasionally attack, but if you stay in this central hub sort of area, she'll, well, she's gotta kill you, so eventually she'll come to you. Doesn't sound like she's healing herself. There she is. Egon, don't run straight into her. She's very fast, so Take some aim to keep your stream on her.
Don't let it recharge.
Okay, she's over this way. There she is!
Good work.
Silly men. Come, lay my
Multiple contact.
Did I just kill her, or... Nope, there she is. Come on. Oh, right. She calls them minions now.
Here they come.
There we go. Boom. If I never see that ghost again, it'll be too soon.
Look, the mandala map.
That's 3 out of 4. Shut down.
Egon, what happened? You all right?
Their crew found the 13th floor and we shut it down. PKE levels are back to acceptable parameters. This node of the mandala is fully neutronized.
All right. Where are you? We went back down to the 12th floor and couldn't find anything. Everything seems pretty normal.
Looks like we're back in the Ruby Ballroom. We'll meet you at Ecto 1.
Alright.
Egon, remind me, why are we driving aimlessly in the fog?
The final node, Beckman. Close it, and we seal the mandala, trapping the ghosts inside.
Sorry to break this to you, Egon, but I just don't see a Mandela.
You were saying, Peter?
You were saying?
Shandor Island. It's here.
He had a whole island waiting in the Hudson.
It's too unstable. I'm gonna have to drop you guys in circle. If Ecto 8 sinks, we're sunk too.
Ray, since you're the most excited about going to Ghost Island, why don't I just take the boat? I thought I was making a nice gesture. You're giving me the suspicious look. Drop it instantly. Let's get going, because nobody enjoys rushing headlong towards their death more than this fella.
Peter, I like ya. I really do.
The Shandors owned this
But
island for generations.
there's a reason
The castle was built in the
that
1860s.
they...
Evo Shandor used it as a refuge, a lab, and a temple for he and other cult members to worship Gozer.
Okay, that's all well and good. But can someone explain to me how an entire island sinks?
The night the last Shandor died, there was a huge tidal surge, and the river just swallowed the island whole. Shandor consecrated the island to ghosts, and the ghost world reclaimed it.
City's lucky it's in the middle of the river instead of Rockefeller Center.
We're lucky now, but soon the ghost world will continue to assert itself into ours, and the damage will be incalculable.
Just another screwed up real job.
Good idea.
Look at that. Rookie moved the crane.
All right, swing it around.
Almost. Work it over this way to cover the hole.
Anyway, this is where the game gets really interested with the slime tether.
Bring it in. Almost there. Whoa. Great.
Yo, new guy.
Good work.
Moving on. Peter. I'm pretty sure that's just his AI, but... Well, it fits. Incoming!
Oh! You all right?
What's with you? You know you only get paid if we live.
Recruit, you okay? Let's keep moving.
You're the one who got hit. Are you okay? I got hit by that on my first playthrough.
Careful, we don't wear helmets.
Guys, there's way too much dangerous debris falling in here. I've got to take Marine Ecto 8 out where it's safer.
Don't go too far, Ray. If we need you, we're gonna need you really fast.
Aye, Z. Raise me on the horn if you need me.
Check this joint out. That's a $3 million view, even by Manhattan standards.
My apartment used to look like this.
Shandor's public architectural style ranged from Federal to Art Deco. His personal tastes, however, obviously lean toward the Gozerian.
Oh.
Yep.
Now I see what they mean by early demise.
Before we go too much further. Here it is. The Church of Gozer's Songbook, circa 1919. Having resuscitated the Dark Church of Gozer and wanting to increase its popular appeal, Ivo Shandor made attempts at updating ancient Sumerian droning rituals to modern-day worship songs. The practice of singing was abandoned soon afterward. I guess songwriting wasn't in this guy's talents. Alright. Doesn't look like that door can be opened.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
No, it does not.
There's an open door.
Hey, we know those guys.
Come a little closer so I can scan you.
Look out! Above you! Flank!
Why, they attacked us in Times Square. They're gargoyles from Shandor buildings.
Yes.
These little portals on the ground will become more and more common as you go through the game. Ow! And I guess I shouldn't have rushed into the fray there. So that was my fault.
Almost there.
Anybody?
Got your back.
Incoming! Fine!
Alright, moving forward. More of these guys.
That's a lot of whatever they are.
Okay. Moving forward.
On the right! Aim high! Ow! Ha!
Let me just see something here. I hadn't finished upgrading everything. I may as well get the upgrades to the Meson Collider. And that is everything.
Look, the door's controlled by that chain.
Hey, you're up, buddy.
Okay, Cadet, you first. I've got your back.
I guess they're counting on me as puzzle solver, too.
Did you know that historically hedge mazes are designed to conceal a secret shortcut?
Well, there's still one crank that works down there. Try using it to open the door.
Yeah, just gotta figure out which way it turns.
Wind the chain. Wind the chain.
The door's wide open. Get back up here.
Black slime fiends. Very weak to this. The slime blower is kryptonite to these guys.
That's good. Keep working.
Oh.
Right down in front.
Okay. In we go.
Yeah, that'll work.
I take it we're not welcome.
Yeah? There's a first. I'm gonna get us all name badges that say, "Hello, I'm not welcome," or maybe t-shirts or coffee mugs.
That looks a lot like the collector's mask. This away.
Alyssa, I see her.
You and me both. She's wearing just a simple.
Why is
black
the...
robe, and she's brought me coffee.
That's her, all right. Spitting in.
Oh right, this
Resemblance
cutscene
is
blacked out.
uncanny. This is Ivo Shandor's mother, painted in 1885.
Wait. What? Alyssa is a Shandor?
Why does this always happen to me? I meet a girl, she's crazy about me, but she always turns out to be some kind of unbelievable fixer-upper.
This is all making sense. Alyssa must have inadvertently triggered the mandala because she has Shandor blood.
And she doesn't know it. When I did her profile, she told me she was adopted.
Some coincidence, huh?
You don't really believe this happened by accident?
No. Someone must have known and set this up.
The mayor did say that Peck personally recommended Alyssa to be the guest curator of the Gozer exhibit.
I wish this cutscene
What's a
wasn't
pick?
blacked out,
Always a pick.
but that's a glitch, and well, at the very least, it doesn't affect this.
The supports are
And
waterlogged,
the
motor is
dialogue at
decrepit,
least
and the
played,
foundation
so
is shattered.
we didn't
Purely
miss out
physical
on
terms,
any of
there's
the story
no way all
details.
this can still be standing.
You sound like you're surprised.
No, not really. It's beautiful in a horrific way.
You can't deny the pure genius of Shandor. It's a pity that it was all used for evil. If he would have just channeled some of it for good, the things he could have done.
Moving on. We're here. Oh, here it is. A painting. Fox Hunt on Tiamat Island. Circa 1910, artist and Shandor devotee Vikram Vedam painted this fanciful scene after attending a prestigious fox hunt on Tiamat Island. Not a bad painting. Anyway, moving on. I have a feeling we're going to have company very soon.
Posthumous black mass.
What? People still worship him, even after they're dead? That's a powerful church, man.
That might explain how these structures are still standing.
Oh yeah. Ethereal stability induced by sheer focused concentration of posthumous will. Unbelievable.
Yeah, right. Unbelievable. What's unbelievable is that you can still use that word in context.
It looks like they're not happy to see us. Ow. That was what, 2 hits?
You're almost there. Look behind you. Aim high.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Uh-oh.
Stick with the others.
On the right.
Egon, I don't think you're hitting anything. Poof. Okay.
Find some cover.
Where did Winston and Peter go?
Behind you. On the right.
Whoa, black slime guy.
Run.
Or guys, plural.
Gonna have to watch out for you. Hey, over here, little help. Yo, little help.
We're coming, guys. Just
Look out, on your left.
I'm hit. Need some help.
yeah, I know we're coming.
Keep your shirt on. Somebody will show up.
You got a mean streak, Rook. They're bringing some thunder.
Aha.
His strength is failing.
Keep on spraying. Hold still, you.
Plastic residue is by far the least pleasant aspect connected to this field of science.
This is great.
It is officially time for us to go. Check this joint out.
Unless my sensory array is malfunctioning, that is definitely the place we're looking for.
Hey, where'd the caddy go? Yo, cool breeze. Come on out.
Peter, behind you.
No! Get back! Take your imaginary hands off me, man!
No, there's too many.
Egon! They got Egon! Bring him back here! Kid, help us!
Well, I can't climb out of here.
Okay, you need to get to the others so they can help you. Please be careful. We don't know what we're dealing with yet. But it sounds big. When big things attack, it hurts.
We're running solo for a little bit, so you go down. Game over. And of course, they got plenty of tiny things to throw at you. Keep the slime blower equipped for this entire section. You're gonna need it. Moving through here. At least the steam doesn't hurt. There. Right, keep going. The Wheel of the Alabaster Wretch, circa 1796. The Alabaster Wretch was lost with all hands while carrying unspecified cargo from Zanzibar. The ship's manifest records the uneasy misgivings of Captain Alfred Gaster. Crew is on edge. We hear the blasted singing from below decks both night and day now. But there's no one down there. I have resolved to pitch that cursed Albanian's strange-shaped crates overboard tonight, and if he protests, he'll go too. Looks like they never got the chance. Oh, hello there, small army of venom crawlers. You can all die now, thank you. Alright. This is a dead end. Time to go the other way. I'm really wishing I had the stylized version slime mines. Yeah, the stylized version of this game didn't have the slime tether. Instead, it allowed you to place mines of slime that could be used to check a rush of ghosts or destroy a bunch of small grounded ones at once. Just keep on the move. And I'm pretty sure this is the game's penultimate level, so it's not going to take too long to finish this. Oh, this room. Alright, my first playthrough this room got me stuck for a little while. So let's see if I remember the solution. The goal is to raise that thing over there and drain this room of black slime. Doing so is a little easier said than done, because it requires the slime tether. Or rather, it was easier said than done for me because I can't see details. I'll show you. First off, clean off all the slime here. You want to have as many footholds as possible. And these things, right here. You just have to slime tether these to pull them down. So guess who missed them entirely and spent a while searching this room over and over for some kind of lever or switch or something? Just keep coming down. Just a little more. Okay, that one's in place. Just gotta get this one down. Boom. Now we can move down into where the muck was. But we won't be alone. We got a new enemy type. The black slime monster. And they're not happy to see us. Ow. Uh-oh, I got a crawler right behind me. Kill him. Come on, go down, go down, go down. You're dead. You're dead. Okay. Close off that portal. Another one. Yeah, those slime mines would come in real handy right now. Run! Thankfully those guys can't dash or something. Take out the small fry, then focus on the big guy. Well, when they're that slow, at least. Yeah, I can't tell if I hit that portal, but I'll just go up there and close it off in a second. Just gotta kite the big guy around until I can get everything else closed off. So that he can't summon any more venom crawlers to help. Last thing I want is to get swarmed. Looks like I didn't do enough of an extermination job. Come on. Come on, ugly. So long. Alright. Hold on a second. And into the sewers we go. Alright, we've got a cursed artifact around here. It's this way. Oh, I didn't notice I was standing in black slime. Oh. Ah, come on! Okay, definitely want to retreat. Not much room to dodge here. Phew! Here it is. It's Ghostbusters on DVD. Circa 2008, Shandor cultists searching for artifacts from the future that would reveal the outcome of their plan for world destruction. Only got this sad, transparent attempt at cross-marketing. An awesome movie, though. Available now only on DVD. I think it's on Blu-ray now. But, yeah, they're right. It is a good movie. Nothing there. Oop. Slime. Don't want to walk across that. Large groups are also vulnerable to boson darts, so use that to your advantage as well. Was I standing on... Yep. Standing on more black slime without realizing it. Okay, let's just go into the tunnel. And I can't go this way. Alright, moving on. No, this way. Nothing there.
Hey, Rook. I'm trapped
dark place. Can barely move my arms. Can you find me? I think you're getting closer to me. The sounds are getting louder. You know, I always did like you more than the others did.
Winston, you don't need to butter me up. You're a teammate. I'd come save you anyway.
Keep looking, man. I've got to be around somewhere in here.
Hello.
Hey. Ooh, thanks, man. I was seriously cramping up in there. This is all looking a little familiar. Ray would be giggling. This must be where all the mood slime came from. Look, they must have pumped it straight into the sewers from here.
Nice callback to Ghostbusters 2.
Then we'll think about finding people.
Sorry. You do it, Winston. Since your AI tells you to. Moving on.
What is this place?
I don't know, but it's in serious need of cleanup. These jars of slime, well, they're singing. The origin of these colorful jars of slime is not known, but it can't be all bad. I mean, they're singing barbershop, right? All right.
Shandor's cult was working some crazy experiments in here. There's blue slime, pink slime, yellow slime, but every ghost in here is coated with black slime. What's generating it all? Where's it all coming from?
Well, these slimes are emotionally charged, right? New York is probably has some of the biggest emotional ranges out of its inhabitants than any other city in America. Winston, where'd you go? We need to stick together. I hate it when they start teleporting like that. Go.
Look out! Above you!
Crap. Crap coming, Winston.
Ow! That's it! Run!
One down.
You're the wrong side, Ghost. Shandor isn't here to help you now, is he? Let's see how you like living in a tiny little box, amigo.
Actually, Winston, we're just dispelling these guys.
Really showed well on your review. I think you're really turning some heads back at headquarters. Man, what are these spooks up to? I get the whole mandala, immortality, and power thing, but what's up with all the slop sites? Ah, this island's got to be sitting directly on a cross-dimensional portal.
I think I hear you guys. Yes, that sounds like my equipment. You're getting close. Get me out of this thing. I don't want to be eaten by black slime.
Egon, Hang on. We're almost to you.
And he's right here.
Thank you. This is going to reflect well on your performance review. In most cases, I find close proximity to movie stimulating. That was a little much. Have you seen Beck?
Well, you know.
Have you looked for him?
Well, you know.
The meter seems to indicate that he's somewhere in this direction.
And yes, we have to save him. Or at least need to find him. Come on, die. Where did Winston... Oh, seriously, where'd he go? Egon, Egon, gotta help Egon. Oh, there he is. Jeez, these guys know when to stop coming.
You got a mean street room. On your left.
Okay. Well, here we go. These guys just stop teleporting. Monster. I know Egon, but I'm kind of between a slime monster and you. There he is.
Give it to him. Run! Walk!
To the right.
Destroy the monster, destroy the monster, destroy the monster.
Oh yeah? Come down here and say that.
You got a mean street room. Oh yeah, keep it going.
Alright. Still got more to... Still got more. Oh, right there. There's another one.
Aim high.
Perfect.
This machinery indicates an astounding level of sophistication. Pure evil notwithstanding, evil Shandor was far ahead of his time. You know, I have to take my hat off to Shandor. This lab was built how many years ago? It's truly impressive. It's likely Shandor was the parapsychology expert of his time.
Stay in the light, Egon.
I'm trying, Winston.
Should we try to find Peter, or...
They probably stashed him around here somewhere.
Well, we can't go up, so... Guess we just go across the lower floor.
Help! Yo, little help!
Yeah, he's up there, and it looks like he's fighting.
Yep, that's Minkman, all right. Now, we're sure about this, right?
We need to be at full strength to shut down this node.
Way to go! I feel a momentum swing here in our favor. Get out there and find the Mandela node and shut it down. That should really piss someone off.
Hey there, Peter.
Hey, I got places to go, people to meet. Can we move out of here?
Great job, kid. Glad to hear Peter's okay.
Oh, this area.
What do they do?
The readings are as big as those in the library when we crossed over. I think it's safe to assume that the machine they're working on was not built for the orrery, a device typically used for predicting planetary alignment. In this case, it appears to actually be aligning dimensions.
I, for one, do not want the dimensions to align. Not this close to Christmas.
That would put a damper on the holidays.
How do we shut that thing down?
The motion of those devices seems to be generating some sort of energy. Hard to tell, though.
What if we tried locking those things down?
I can calculate 54 likely outcomes. We'd survived 3 of them.
That beats
Better
our
odds.
usual odds.
Unfortunately, you're correct. Let's do it.
It's also better odds than they had against Thanos.
It looks like the movement of those spheres is stabilizing the interior structure. What if they stop moving? So far, this Ruby Island has been a slime tether amusement park. Why should that change now?
And because of that line, I spent a while trying to slime tether these things, when in really, all you need to do is use your capture stream and slam them.
Always try to take over the universe, huh? Egon, Ray, anyone? Didn't think so.
Wait, those planets are aligning. I'm not so sure this is the safest course of action.
Well, it's kind of hard to reverse it now.
I think we found the source of the black slime, Winston.
I wasn't that curious. The whole room's filling up. Get to higher ground.
All right, gentlemen, it's official. This was a bad idea.
Well, at least it won't get too much higher than this.
See what's here.
Anyway, yeah, once the room fills up with black slime, it's boss time.
Ugh, the stench is horrible.
Smells like the Fulton fish market when they get fish. Wait, I know that toaster.
Putrid mass of hatred, bile, and anger.
Not exactly Mr. Sunshine, is it?
No, not really.
This is the part where we do what we do.
This is the juvenile slore. Somehow, Shandor's cult, guided by Evo himself, found a way to lure a monster like this from its home hell dimension to our world. And more impressively, they imprisoned it in a ghost world pocket at the heart of this mansion. Fueled by hatred, bile, and anger, and assisted by mechanical monstrosities of Shandor's own design, this slore serves as the powerful guardian of the Lost Island's dimension-aligning orrery. And is the boss of this level. Let's see, what was its weakness? Yep, slime. And these things.
Yo! Get him in the eyes! Get his eyes, rookie!
We've got to cut off his visine. Somebody chop some onions.
Giving me the evil eye, huh?
Okay, enough with the eye puns, guys. And when it shakes that helmet off, it's time to fight. Whoa!
Got to be vulnerable somewhere.
Statistically speaking, that's not entirely accurate.
Statistically speaking, we better hope it is.
Okay, fair enough. What about that inaccessible anterior nodule?
That glowing thing on its head? That is its head, isn't it?
I'm not sure that matters. How can we get to it?
Hey, rookie, run around and look delicious, will ya?
There it is. Concentrate your fire on that nose.
Get it right there. It doesn't like that at all.
You can use the slime blower's arc to hit it while it's normally inaccessible, but you're most likely to get the most damage out of it by waiting for it to try to bite you.
Light 'em up.
Come on, you. Oh yeah, you'll also want to kill those eyeball things. The slore's spit attacks will occasionally leave puddles of black slime. Make sure to clean those up. You don't want to be accidentally taken down by stepping in one of them. It reminds me of... Ow.
Run!
Thanks, Winston.
And that is all
All the nodes are closed. The ghosts are trapped in the mandala.
Right where they belong. Our boy Evo Shandor didn't factor in that he was messing with the Ghostbusters.
Yes, that made the same mistake. We're gonna have a long talk.
Don't forget that Peter's girlfriend is a Shandor.
Very.
You guys need to get down to the shore and fast. I don't know how much longer I can hold her. The whole island's sinking.
Ray, keep the motor running. We are coming at you fast.
And sadly, we don't get a Metroid escape
Get
sequence.
out of there.
Just a cutscene.
How was it? Was it cool? What did it look like? Did you get any samples? Did it have multiple eyes?
Ray, not the time.
Shut up.
Egon. Oh dear.
Oh, thank God you're here.
What's going on, Janine? Where's Alyssa?
She's gone. They took her. 1 minute everything was fine, the next it was chaos. Ghosts flying everywhere.
Janine, slow down. Start from the beginning.
Okay. Well, I was a little late this morning because one of the heels on my favorite pair of pumps broke, and Lester's was out of my favorite tea. You know how I love my chamomile. Well, and...
Okay. Maybe not the beginning. Start where things went haywire around here.
Okay. Somebody jumped me from behind. And before I passed out, I heard Alyssa struggling and yelling, "No!" And the last thing I remember was the screams of the dead and damned echoing in my brain.
So either there was a mass escape from Rikers.
Or someone shut down our containment grid again.
Again?
Just like Peck threatened to do.
It's funny. I always knew that Peck was a pencil-necked, bureaucratic prick. But I never pegged him as an evil occultist.
But where did he take her?
And where are all the ghosts? 'Cause, no offense, but if all the ghosts we've ever caught just escaped, I'm clocking out.
Yeah, they would be awfully mad at us.
Exactly. It's generally a bad idea for the guards to hang out in the cell blocks just after a prison break.
Yeah, but where did they all
This just
go?
in. As authorities continue to supervise the Thanksgiving evacuation of Manhattan, increasingly powerful tremors are rocking Central Park. The question is, where are the Ghostbusters?
Why,
Tell
we're
you
right
what,
here.
Kind of a nice day. Why don't we go to Central Park? Could round up some ghosts, save the girl, get back in time for a nap.
Okay, the Ghostbusters ride again.
Time for the finale. Because Central Park is the last level of the game. Let's go.
Just once, I wouldn't mind running with these other fools away from the trouble.
Where's the fun in that?
Definitely gonna start Dream Drop Distance today. This game takes longer when you don't know where you're going.
Any guesses on where we'll find Peck and Alyssa?
No, but we're not leaving until we do.
I suspect that we're going to need the Super Slammer up there. No telling how powerful Peck has grown.
That means we gotta take the Ecto-1. I'll drive.
Maybe the trainee should drive. Nah.
Thanks, Winston. Any ideas?
On the one hand, I'm kinda glad we don't have to deal with a sudden gameplay change. But on the other hand, I kinda wanna drive Ecto-1.
Junior's pretty spry, even with that 100 pounds of proton accelerator.
Ow! That was ow there.
Well, I did just step on his head, so does that account for
Make your way
anything?
around to the other side and open this gate for us.
Alright, we need to make our way to gate control. Can't just blast our way through the fence.
Wow. Look at the storm system building above that tower.
Remember the last time we saw that kind of atmospheric disturbance?
That's right. At Dana Barrett's building the night she turned into a dog.
It also reminds me of the Soul NATO from Mortal Kombat. considering what that was made out of. Looks like the cursed artifact is over here. Aha! The whistling bust of Mausch? Is that how you say that? Circa 1734, Friedrich der Mausch was a damned sneak and was always up to something. His bust, carved by the Italian genius Mascarpone, is the exact same way. Alright, moving forward.
I don't get it. We shut down the Mandela. How can all this still be happening?
In the Gozerian Codex, it's written that a blood sacrifice and a tremendous amount of spiritual energy are needed to generate the supreme destructor form.
A destructive form? Again?
Heck probably couldn't draw sufficient energy from the mandala before we shut it down. He found an alternate source in our containment unit.
The energy of the escaped ghosts from our grid might be enough to produce a cross-dimensional event in itself.
Yes, and with Alyssa here, I'm sure her Shandor ancestors aren't far behind.
Well, that explains why they went for the containment unit. Your capture stream can set the bushes on fire here, and you'll need that in order to find a few of the cursed artifacts in this level. So keep that in mind when you're searching for them. If you're going for a 100% playthrough. Let's see here. Whoa, flying skulls. I think I managed to pop one. Anyway. Normally in the event of something ghost or zombie related, you really want to avoid catacombs. And these roots need to get out of our way.
Earth, great. Could plague, pestilence, and death be far behind? I'd bet on it.
I mean, we're already dealing with death. Just need plague and pestilence. Keep blasting through.
Speed it up there, Tiger.
Yeah, we don't want to stand here all day.
Haas, you all right? How's that gate coming?
You could slime tether that, but it's faster to just use the capture stream. And where was that hole in the fence earlier?
Nobody should wander around alone in this place. We'll meet you guys a little further on.
Thank you, Ray. Have I ever talked about the fact that Ray is my favorite of the original team? And that's not just because he decided to come with us. It's actually, he is my favorite Ghostbuster. I just love his enthusiasm and all.
They're
Ooh.
very happy about us being here.
Yeah, they're all great. Let's see here. Can't burn through that tree, so gotta go this way. Okay, I was like, I couldn't move for a second there while the cutscene loaded in. Is there a graveyard in Central Park, or is this all caused by the ghosts?
They think they're sneaky. Let's spread out and flank them.
Proceeds.
I know you're new. That's basic stuff.
Okay, cultist and cemetery crawler. Some of the last few enemies we'll have to deal with.
Run! Eyes high! Pushing trouble! You own that creep! Up high. Just don't do it.
I wish there was a way to just lock... No, I don't think so.
Watch out, would you?
Pulling them down. There we go. No, I don't think so. Like, I'm saying, I'm pretty sure this... I mean, as long as we're not destroying anything on purpose, unless it's to get past. Like, a lot of these just sprung up out of the ground.
You should have run away.
Yeah, well, that's part of the job. We don't run away. We run towards it. The Stone Angel Head, circa 1943. This statue originally resided with many others in a fountain in a quiet piazza near the Ponte Vecchio. Stories have it that, during World War II, a squad of blackshirts were brutalizing a woman and her small children. When one of the children fell, his head struck the rim of the fountain and he died instantly. The fountain's cherubs stirred to life at that moment, wailing and crying, beseeching, I don't know how to say that, perché I duce? Perché? I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but that's my best guess. Indeed, the stone cherubs never stopped and made such an awful and pain-filled sound that the fountain had to be demolished by explosives. A single head was gathered up by villagers and hidden in a deep well until Mussolini was overthrown, which is the exact moment the head stopped crying. Let's see, over here.
We'll see about that. That's not friendly. Oh! Almost took my head off. Stuck one past me.
Hang on, Ray.
Find some cover.
Oh, come on. I got you, Ray.
It's on your left. Find some cover. Run! Green crossing is a strict no-no. Gotta move! Watch it! Check your aim!
have to... Oh, my stream must have overheated. Get in here. Sorry, Ray. Okay. Uh-oh. I better get him up. Okay, not my trap.
We've stirred up a hornet's nest, kid.
Just gotta go over here. Where'd you teleport to now? For all the scaring they do, ghosts are cowards. Alright, took him out. Now we just need to go get rid of that summoner. Gotcha. Got ya. Now where'd you go? Ray? Oh, there you are.
Could be trouble.
Okay, let's see here. Down this way.
All right, Youngblood, it's all you.
As long as we don't have another spider witch. Well, there's the door. And they stole the thing.
There's one for the books.
Grave Fiend.
On the right.
Wait, Ray, are you ahead of me?
Destroyed. I like your style, kid.
Shotgun kills zombie. Makes sense. Where did that ghost go? This way.
It's not alone. On the right.
Alright, now. Back to where that ghost was going.
There's the key. It's too heavy to carry ourselves. Get it back to the gate so we can keep going. Oh! It's on your left. Not me, them.
Oh dear. Grave monster. Right, forget the stasis stream, just blast.
It's on your left.
Bright side, he gave us a shortcut. Now just let it float back into place.
Wait a minute. Oh, I get it now. This has been bugging me. When the necromantic shockwave summoned Gozer back to our plane, why didn't he assume a more effective destructor form immediately? I mean, the Marshmallow Man is scary, sure, but there has to be a better way to destroy the world. It's simple. When he enters our plane of existence, he must be locked into that form from our first encounter. One destructor form per god per dimension. I like it. Sounds like the kind of symmetry these things tend to operate on. Hey, so maybe I didn't choose such a bad destructor after all, huh?
Yeah, actually, it's probably one of the best ones he could have picked. Because all the Marshmallow Man really has going for him is size and kind of resilience.
This isn't the Central Park I'm used to. You still have your wallet?
We better get a scan.
Of what? Over here. Here we go. This tree. The Ghost Fruit Tree, circa 1983. The extremely rare and delicate Ghost Fruit Tree was imported from the deepest swamps of Louisiana by horticulturist Fran Abernathy. Abernathy hybridized the plant with other strains that she never revealed to make it hardier and easier to grow in slightly less satanic climates. So what's it doing in Central Park?
That means one of two things. Either we're in trouble or we're dinner.
Is there a difference?
Hey, we ever tested proton packs in the rain?
That's what the recruit is doing right now.
Great. Wait a minute. I'm wearing one too.
That's true, Ray. How's it going so far? Do you smell any burning or experience any painful tingling?
You'll be the first one to know. Or the second.
That doesn't... Okay. Moving on.
Take those flyers out. They're coming out of the ground. We've got to smash the coffins while they're airborne. Otherwise, we have to deal with these.
Come on now.
Oh, man. Oh! Easy there, Bulldog. Give the rest of us a chance. You haven't solved
what hit him? The kid has some game. Hold on.
Okay, which way now? Oh, one of these guys.
That's the stuff. On the right.
And we keep up the pace like this, and I think we might be done around the 2-hour mark. Even with cutscenes and credits. Another one? And they're getting desperate. Keep throwing giant stuff like this at us.
Give him a what for. On the right.
It's not raining slime.
Silent vaporization.
Okay. Which way now? That's... Wait, this is back the way we came. Here we go. Gee, thanks for opening the way for us.
On the right. Moving. Look behind you.
We need to get out of here.
Yeah, except this one can't sing nearly as well. But it does remind me of Oogie's final form in that game. I haven't actually played it myself, but I have seen it, so... I would like to play it someday, though. Grave monster. Oh, right there. Actually, now that I think about it, it also reminds me of the Blargian Snagglebeast from Ratchet and Clank.
Gotta move. Yow.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Help here.
Like, any of the games are pretty great. But if I had to recommend specific ones, it'd be the third game. Ooh, I must have crossed the streams there.
Oh man.
If you cross the streams for more...
Watch out, would you?
Yeah, it's by Insomniac, all the games.
Stay calm. Help's coming.
I'd recommend especially the second game in the original trilogy, Going Commando. The second game in the future trilogy, which is A Crack in Time. And the reboot game is also really good. If it didn't have so many blocked scenes from including, you know, actual clips from the movie, then I would, well, that happened. I would LP that if it didn't have so many of the clips from the movie in it, which are all blocked scenes and are all story important, so, yeah. And speaking of the film, it's cliched, but it's not bad, just very simple. Alright, I guess we're starting this section from start. from scratch. This time, get one of the ghosts out. Ow.
Stand clear! Stand clear! Behind you. On the right! Could be trouble.
Pretty sure that was right onto the trap. Okay, that worked. I gotta go save Ray. Run, 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 run. Pick Ray up, pick Ray up. You're putting it in good, Ray. Gotta take these ghosts out. You can pick me up before I finish the animation, I think. At least the ghosts seem to have slowed down a little. I think they're trying to get the grave monster under control. Didn't know that would happen. Last ghost, and then I can focus on the monster.
You've got him on the ropes!
Nope, no, no, no. There we go.
I'm on your team!
Well, you ran in front of me.
It's on your left!
And now it's dead.
Well, hello there. Great. You guys all right?
Hey there,
Man,
team.
there ain't nothing dead in this room.
Thanks for joining the party.
They're throwing everything they have at us to stop us from getting to that mausoleum.
That's as far as I can go. You guys got a clear path for me.
Ray, readings here are extremely unstable. Energy from the mandala and the escaped ghost is building up to a flash point. We don't have much time.
Yeah, nobody wants another flashpoint. Trying to get the slime tether to connect, but... Oh wait, I don't need the slime tether, I just need to destroy that.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks. Holding on.
And we gotta go under.
We don't have a lot of choice.
Just making sure nothing's gonna pop out of those.
Ray's pushing up to it to really get a number on this place. All this master's gonna have a lot to answer to from the city parks department. If we can prevent the apocalypse, that is.
I mean, we did it before, didn't we? Or, you guys did. Aha.
Find some cover!
I can't get close enough to scan that. There we go. The skull of Ivo Shandor. Convinced that society was too sick to survive, Ivo Shandor created a cult dedicated to bringing about the end of the world. He had more than 1,000 followers when he died, and they made sure he was interred in dramatic fashion. Following hours of Gozerian rituals, his body was carefully placed in a dramatic, if unnerving, mausoleum. In the end, however, time and decay did to him what they do for all, with one exception. Though he rests in pieces, Shandor does not rest in peace, and his skull occasionally lapses into ranting fits and the odd soliloquies on disappointment and faded glory.
Take a hold! On the right!
We stirred up a hornet's nest, kid. You're all right. On the right! Silent vaporization. You're up with roots.
There we go. A coffin. And another path.
Put the hose on him, Rook. Slime time! There.
Okay.
Daylight. What it's worth. Let's head back to the surface. Yo, new guy.
We've tried everything. This metal is psychonically charged, rendering it effectively indestructible. Well, in such an extreme situation, I suppose it's possible to cause it harm, but I don't think anything we have is going to make a dent in it.
Then what's our plan?
Ray, you two check out that side.
I think I'm picking up something odd here. What's your take on this? An indestructible gate attached to a damaged frame. A few concussive hits and the hinges might just break loose.
Okay.
12 o'clock time.
And now these annoying little bastards.
Aren't going to hurt them.
Peter, go kick them. The only hope we have is to stay alive and keep them away from the Ecto.
I wholeheartedly agree with Rick.
More precisely, they're little stone emeralds capable of attaining speeds of 198 feet per second before they hit their targets, which is us.
Kamikaze angel. Man, I'm going back to Sutton.
Ray.
We're not doing anything to them. Tether them and smash them into something.
Jeez, this is gonna be a cycle of hurting, isn't it? Until that inevitably happens. But yeah, the basic gist of it is you want to wrangle the little stone angels and slam them into the gate until it breaks. Thing is, they attack constantly, there is practically no way to dodge them, and there's a million of them. Fun.
Yo, new guy.
We've tried everything. This metal is psychonically charged, rendering it effectively indestructible. Well, in such an extreme situation, I suppose it's possible to cause it harm, but I don't think anything we have is going to make a dent in it.
Then what's our plan?
Ray, you two check out that side.
I think I'm picking up something odd here. What's your take on this? An indestructible gate attached to a damaged frame. A few concussive hits and the hinges might just break loose.
12 o'clock time.
They're too well protected. Our energy streams aren't going to hurt them.
Peter, go kick them. The only hope we have is to stay alive and keep them away from the Ecto.
I wholeheartedly agree with Rick.
More precisely, they're little stone emeralds capable of attaining speeds of 198 feet per second before they hit their targets, which is us.
Kamikaze angel. Man, I'm going back to Sutton.
I don't know if I even hit that.
Tether them and smash them into something.
That definitely didn't hit.
To the right!
The kid's on to something.
Wait, what? When did Ray... Ah, dang it. You can either use the capture stream, or if you're good enough shot, you can slime tether the angels to the gate. Which, now that I think about it... But yeah, this is probably the worst part of the game. Like, just this one section right here, because you never have to do this again. In fact, if I'm correct, through that gate up ahead is a fight, and then...
This metal is psychonically charged, rendering it effectively indestructible. Well, in such an extreme situation, I suppose it's possible to cause it harm, but I don't think anything we have is going to make a dent in it.
Then what's our plan?
Ray, you two check out that side.
I think I'm picking up something odd here. What's your take on this? An indestructible gate attached to a damaged frame. A few concussive hits and the hinges might just break loose.
12 o'clock high.
They're too well protected. Our energy streams aren't going to hurt them.
Peter, go quick. The only hope we have is to stay alive and keep them away from the Ecto.
I wholeheartedly agree with Rick.
More precisely, they're little stone angels capable of attaining speeds of 198 feet per second before they hit their targets, which is us.
Kamikaze ain't.
Hold there.
I'm going back to Sunday.
Where's Ray? There he is.
Aren't doing anything to them. Tether them and smash them into something.
Yeah, I'll help him in a second.
The kid's on to something.
Okay, took out one hit. And that's another thing that I hate about these. They'll bum rush you from behind. And the thing is, endless amounts of the angels will spawn until you can destroy the gate. I don't know if it's possible to clear out the cemetery crawlers, and if you stop to focus on them, then the angels will blindside you. So inevitably, you're gonna get swarmed. Good luck doing this on the hardest difficulty. Remember, I'm on normal. Then again, I died a bunch here on casual too, so...
This metal is psychonically charged, rendering it effectively indestructible. Well, in such an extreme situation, I suppose it's possible to cause it harm, but I don't think anything we have is going to make a dent in it.
Then what's our plan?
Ray, you two check out that side.
I think I'm picking up something odd here.
Nope, can't do it preemptively.
An indestructible gate attached to a damaged frame. A few concussive hits and the hinges might just break loose.
12 o'clock high.
They're too well protected. Our energy streams aren't going to hurt them.
Peter, go kick them.
The only hope we have is to stay alive.
Hold still, you.
I wholeheartedly agree with Rick.
More precisely,
And they're laughing at you the whole time. That's the worst part.
198 feet per second before they hit their targets, which is us.
Kamikaze ain't. Man, I'm going back to Sunday.
The particle throwers aren't doing anything to them. Tether them and smash them into something.
I think that made me duck under it.
Aim high.
And the problem is, you stop to revive,
Looks like a good place for
even they
slime
know to
today.
keep shooting. And they have to hit the gate itself. Which basically means you need to hope for them to dive bomb you and... You know, honestly, I think it wouldn't be so bad if they weren't constantly laughing.
Yo, new guy!
We've tried everything. This metal is psychonically charged, rendering it effectively indestructible. Well, in such an extreme situation, I suppose it's possible to cause it harm, but I don't think anything we have is going to make a dent in it.
Then what's our plan?
Ray, you two check out that...
The Archangel's Gallbladder. Mid-1300s. An unknown Turkish merchant found this curiosity lying in a field. It has changed hands countless times since then and has no known purpose or use, but it instills a sense of well-being and therefore has been treasured by each of its owners.
I think I'm picking up something odd here. What's your take on this? An indestructible gate attached to a damaged spring.
The worst puzzle in the game?
Might just break loose.
That's my take on it. Okay, that's just me being knocked down.
They're too well protected. Our energy streams aren't going to hurt them.
Peter, go kick one. The only hope we have is to stay alive and keep them away from the Ecto.
I wholeheartedly agree with Rick. The kid's on to something!
More precisely, they're little stone angels capable of attaining speeds of 100 feet per second before they hit their targets, which is us.
Come on, come on.
Particle throwers aren't doing anything to them. Tether them and smash them into something.
Thing is, dodging. And dodging also breaks your slime tether. I am not having fun. Still, one bad section of the final level isn't bad enough to, you know, kill the whole game or anything. But I'm starting to think I should have played on casual. Not if I can help it. If this takes a whole hour, I'm just going straight to dream drop distance.
Hey, over here, little help? Yo, little
We've tried
help?
everything. This metal is psychonically charged, rendering it effectively indestructible. Well, in such an extreme situation, I suppose it's possible to cause it harm, but I don't think anything we have is going to make a dent in it.
Then what's our plan?
Ray, you two check out that side.
There's no cover, nothing.
An indestructible gate attached to a damaged frame. A few concussive hits and the hinges might just break loose.
12 o'clock high.
You hold still there, you little bastard.
Too well protected. Our energy streams aren't going to hurt them.
If I remember correctly, it takes 6 hits from these little fucks with...
I wholeheartedly agree with Rick.
More precisely, they're little stone angels capable of attaining speeds of 198 feet per second before they hit their targets, which is us.
I'm a cosmic angel. Man, I'm going back to Sunday.
Particle throwers aren't doing anything to them. Tether them and smash them into something.
Okay, Ray, stop focusing on these things and just help me kill the angels. Okay.
Aim high! Ow. Looks like a good place for slime tethering.
You hold still and go right into the door. Thank you. Come on. Okay, that was, what, 5 tries?
I think we're getting close.
Hey, guy, a little help? I bet we could pull these gates down. Hey, Ray, we got a chain or winch for this thing?
I didn't plan for a fun-filled day of off-roading with Ecto-1, so no.
The tether might prove useful here.
Okay, tether the gate to my bumper, and I'll pull it down. Okay, good. Give me a few more, just to be sure. Being a beauty.
This way, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
I'm not sure going underground now is a good idea.
Come on, Spangs. Getting there is the fun part.
Also, I know I never scanned those angels.
Increasingly unstable.
Okay, here we go. Through that big door up ahead is the final boss. But first, we've got a little more enemies to go through.
Check that out.
That's our next stop.
Ever feel like you're being watched?
Egon,
What?
please.
Get ready. Same drill as before.
Hook me up again. I'll take care of it.
Right, the tethers.
Aw, no!
At least the tethers held. My fault. Miscalculated.
Winston!
Oh, man. Damn. It's stuck. For real.
Ecto 1.
She's tough, but she took that pretty hard.
Can you get her rolling again?
Nah. Crickets. She's down for the count, guys.
I hate leaving her here like this.
I know it, Ray. This is definitely turning into a bad neighborhood. But we've got to keep moving. Guess we're walking from here.
Some of us have been walking.
Keep your eyes peeled!
I think we've got guests.
I knew it.
I think we're gonna wish we had that super slammer.
Yeah, it would be nice. It's very easy to accidentally stream cross here. So be careful about that. But yeah, without the car's trap. I better go help Winston.
Anybody?
Ow! It's on your left!
I guess these guys don't seem to be teleporting a lot.
Ow! Hey, over here.
Die, will you?
Run!
Okay. 3 down.
Over here! Yow!
1.
This is fantastic. It's like a monster match.
If I knew that song better, I might sing it a little, but I don't know it. I mean, if you want to not move and make things easier, that'd be very helpful. Come on, into the trap.
My favorite part of this job. The strength is better. Add it up.
Put him in there too.
Light him up. Yeah. It's not alone. You got it. They felt that one in Pittsburgh.
Oh, great, they're back. Well, I finally got their scan. Finally got the scan of them. And those are keyhead monsters.
Where are the keys then?
Alright, Ray.
On your left. Incoming. Help!
Oh, there he is. Struck by lightning in the middle of a rainstorm.
Almost took my head off.
Must be soaking wet.
Stand clear. Stand clear.
That was close.
Nothing like a pop.
It's a whole swarm.
On the right.
Right. That horn on the...
Find some cover.
Alright, there's one. Just fit both keys into the holes and boom. You don't actually have to kill the keyhead monsters. They just die when their purposes are failed. Alright.
Great! Those fellas turned out to be pretty helpful.
This team can play, no doubt about it.
Exciting. Somehow risky.
Let's do it.
Wait, it's Ilsa.
It's Peck.
Can we blast them? Just one's really hard. Nobody's gonna know.
Easy, Venkman. Everything points to Peck being a pawn.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
It's the mayor.
No, Ray, it's not. It's Ivo Shandor.
Shandor possessed the mayor, turned Peck on us to slow us down, and when we shut down his Mandela before he could get fully juiced, he hijacked our ghost out of the containment unit as an alternate energy source.
Very good. And they say you're the slow one.
Wait, what? Who says that?
Everybody. What's the girl have to do with it?
Taking her was necessary. To assume my own destructor form, I require blood. My blood.
What about Gozer? I thought you built this all for him.
I did, but he failed me. Twice. How he earned the title the Destroyer is beyond me. Anyway, I thought to myself, why worship a god when you can actually become one?
Slime him.
There he is. This is our big bad, Ivo Shandor. And he's actually rather easy. Here's how it works.
Here they come.
Spray Shandor's shield with the slime blower until these open up. Then shoot one with a boson dart.
Okay, step one.
And that's just the first phase of the fight. Let me go pick Ray up. And ouch. Wait, did Ray and oh right. There's also a very large amount of flying skulls shooting around causing constant damage and are the real dangers of this boss battle. Just need to do this one more time. Ray, what is going on? There's nothing there to hurt you, unless you're clipping into the wall. Okay, yeah, Ray must be glitched. Let me go help Egon.
I'm hit! I'm hit!
Yeah, you'll get up once we knock him down, Ray.
On your left!
Beat him down! Then get a capture stream on him! He's through! Now deactivate your pulse, and we'll cross the streams with the blast function!
I can't shut mine down, Ray.
Me too! Me neither, I mean...
Who decided to reinforce these shoulder straps? Yeah!
Alright, final boss.
Hey, Shandor! Where's your destructor form now? Leave it in your other suit.
I have chosen. I am the Destructor. I am the Architect.
Architect?
Oh. Was someone waking out of their nap?
Oh, no.
That's very bad.
The architect? That's not so scary. The contractor, that's...
Peter, you don't understand. He's the the architect, and he controls Ghost World.
And he can come into our world. And what do architects do?
They have automatic pencils. I don't...
I will pay all your bills to start anew.
He always comes out of this middle hole first.
Concrete and stone.
So let's get that scan out of the way right away.
Whoa,
Come on,
Jacob,
Shandor.
you ever shut up?
Actually, no, wait. I think he comes this way.
Listen.
I will pierce your world with girders of steel and panes of glass.
That's just mean supervillain treachery. All those guys talk
I will crush your world under the weight of my cities.
This is the architect.
I will smother your creation under my own.
Shielding itself.
Don't let it recharge!
A few boson. Basically, whenever Shandor moves to the middle, he'll start trying to regenerate his health.
Flying skulls! Go!
Skulls? Where?
Blast it!
Alright, there he is.
Don't let it recharge. That's it.
But ultimately, because he doesn't summon swarmers, I don't think he's as hard as his previous form.
More trouble!
At the very least, not everybody's going down constantly.
Give it to him!
Oh wait, he does have swarmers.
Itself. Don't let it recharge.
They just don't seem to be doing much. Stand Peter up and start knocking out his defenses. Well, okay. They got Ray back up. They got... I guess they're going to help Egon. Oh, thanks, Winston. Egon. You know what? He'll get up when we take down the boss.
Run for it!
It's using shielding.
Or he's up.
Getting stronger!
Give it to him!
Alright, he doesn't have enough health. Go another round. He never turns into this form in the stylized version.
Cross the streams.
Yeah, well...
We eat gods for breakfast. I'm deactivating the cross-stream governor. I never thought I'd say this again. Cross the streams!
gods for breakfast?
Too much, you think?
No, I liked it.
I've got you.
Get me down from here. Please,
New guy.
I'm begging you, let
Your
me down.
Hold still, Peck. You okay?
This is not the last you will see of me.
Yeah, let's just focus on getting out of here before we,
The Ghostbusters. Hey, fellas. What are you doing here? What am I doing here? Where is here?
You were the victim of a trans-dimensional possession, Your Honor.
What's that mean?
An evil ghost was walking around in your body for a few months.
Whoa. Did anyone notice? Well, how's my approval rating?
Well, you got reelected.
By the way, you're a descendant of Shandor.
Yeah, I kinda got that. What?
Slimer! Oops. Enjoy the theme song for a little bit. It doesn't play the whole thing. Phew! That shouldn't be enough to get me copyright striked. Anyway, listen closely. There's gonna be some dialogue over the credits. Eventually. I'll give my final thoughts after that dialogue plays.
Looks like things are going to be a little slow around here for a while.
Which means we might be headed by one too many Ghostbusters in New York.
Wait, you're not gonna fire him after everything he's done.
No, of course not. Lewis has been scouting locations, and I think we're prepared to offer a potentially lucrative Ghostbusters franchise in either Chicago, Los Angeles, or Cincinnati. I'll pick.
So, are you ready to expand the Ghostbusters family on a semi-equitable basis and be your own boss?
And we're a very cool uniform.
Financing is available.
So, Cadet, what do you say?
Sequel hook. But yeah, according to the IDW comics, the Rookie did go start a new franchise in Chicago. And as for this game itself, I mean, it's basically Ghostbusters 3, and I think it's great. Sure, I'd recommend you play the Wii version over this. It's less glitchy, playing with the Wii remote is a lot more fun, and honestly, I think it's just overall better. Maybe it's the art style or something. But at the same time, this port is definitely not bad. In fact, if you're planning on getting both versions, because it is worth it to play both just to see the differences in level design and such, then I definitely recommend this as the version of the realistic style version you get. And then just get the stylized version on the Wii. I don't know if this game is any different on the Xbox One or Switch, like if there's any difference in glitches or how it handles. But I definitely give this game a rec. More than Steven Universe Save the Light, because it's overall more stable. Though I'd honestly give both of them the same score of about 7 or 8 out of 10. But I can recommend this to a more general audience rather than just a fan of the Ghostbusters franchise. Anyway, that took about 2.5 hours. mostly because of that angel section. But I'm just gonna let the credits roll. And then after that, I think it's time to take up the Keyblade again. So after the credits finish up, I will take a short break for maybe somewhere 3 to 5 minutes. And then we'll hop back in to begin Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. We'll probably only get through, like, maybe 1 world. Possibly 2. But we will begin the game and see where it goes from there. I'm honestly excited. I haven't played through PS4 Dream Drop Distance in a long time. I beat it once on the 3DS and once on the PS4, so I'm excited to get back into it. I remember liking this game a lot. But I'll save my memories of Dream Drop Distance for when I actually start it up. Anyway, this is a very long credit sequence. On the one hand, I'm glad for copyright reasons that they didn't play the entire Ghostbusters theme, but at the same time, I'm kind of wishing they did, just so, you know, it'd be pretty cool. And wouldn't you know it, most of the score for this movie came from, well, the original film. You can definitely tell it was written by Aykroyd and Ramis. So that was Ghostbusters. Like I said, we'll be back in a short while to pick up Dream Drop Distance. See you guys then.